Good morning, students. Hope all of you are fine. So, this is the piece of literature by Anton Chekhov, A Marriage Proposal. Now, before coming to this short story, this short play, you will have to go through, or I will advise you to go through the class on world literatures and then the class on Russian literatures, right? So Anton Chekhov, he was a Russian, okay? By profession, actually, he was a doctor, and he lived from 1860 to 1904. He wrote short stories and plays. He was a playwright too. And Russian realist, what is realism? I explained again and again in many classes, many online classes, many flipped classes. I hope by now you have understood what is realism and when do the writers employ realism in their writings. Okay, when they observe life around them as it is and they try to present it to us from a critical point of view. Okay, they make the readers or they want the readers to think upon it, okay, upon the realities of life. So this story carries Russian realism. আর আমরা আগেও দেখেছি, আলোচনা করেছি যে Russian literature is mostly about Russian realism, about Russian people, Russian lives, and morality plays a very important role in Russian literature. So Anton Chekhov, he died quite early, and actually when he was alive, he did not get that much fame or recognition. At present, after his death, the recognition that his literature got is amazing. উনার মৃত্যুর পরে উনার লিটারেচার বেশি স্বীকৃতি পেয়েছে, and it's taught in almost all the universities. He's taught in almost all the universities of the world. So his writings will show you his inner struggle, the characters' inner struggle, their want for internal freedom, okay? The tussle that goes on in the minds of the characters. His other important works are the Cherry Orchard, Uncle Vanya, Three Sisters. Now he is widely famous today. যারা একটু কম বেশ লিটারেচার পড়েছে, বেশি পড়েছে বা কম পড়েছে, I don't think so anybody will be there who will not know about Anton Chekhov. ঠিক আছে? I remember when we were in school, তো ডিডি দূরদর্শনে একটা সিরিয়াল আসতো, চেকভ কি দুনিয়া. Okay, I don't know if it is available in YouTube. So one or two stories I remember quite well, very interesting. So imagine his stories have been televised, okay, have been stories টেলিভিশনে বানানো হতো, লেখা যেটা। তো চেকআপ কি দুনিয়া ওনার শর্ট স্টোরিজ আর ছোটো ছোটো প্লেস যেগুলো লিখেছেন ওগুলোর উপর ছিল. ইট ওয়াজ ভেরি ভেরি ইন্টারেস্টিং. লিও টলস্টয়, অ্যানাদার রাশিয়ান রাইটার. লিও টলস্টয় আমরা এক দুটা ওনার লিটারেচার পড়েছি. হোয়াট হি রোট অ্যাবাউট অ্যান্টন চেখভ. Chekhov, you can say Chekhov or Chekhov, both is right. Chekhov is an incomparable artist, an artist of life. Quote, Chekhov is an incomparable artist, an artist of life. Unquote. So actually, এটা আগে বলেছি, রাশিয়ান লিটারেচার বা ওয়ার্ল্ড লিটারেচার যেগুলো তোমরা পড়ছো, যেগুলো আছে তোমাদের টিডিসি ফার্স্ট সেমেস্টার, বিসিএসে বা in your AltE, most of them have been translated. Okay. A Marriage Proposal, its original name was A Proposal, and it is about 19th centuries. This should be century. Upper class Russian people. 19th centuries upper class Russian people. There are three main characters, Natalia, Shubakov and Lomov. Natalia, Shubakov and Lomov. They are neighbors actually. ঠিক আছে, প্রতিবেশী ওরা. Natalia and Lomov, they were father and daughter, and Shubakov was their neighbor. Okay, and we observe that her father wants that his daughter gets married. যেটা every parent, every guardian, every parent, mother or father, when the daughter or even the son is of marriageable age, they want their children to get married. Similarly এখানে আমরা এই জিনিসটা পাই. And daughter Natalia, we find how she also wants to get married, and even her neighbor also wants to marry her. So they are a very young age, right time of marriage, and how marriage anxiety is seen. Marriage anxiety is seen as observed in young people. Just give me 2 minutes. The azan is going on, so just 2 minutes. Okay, thank you for waiting. Setting, it is rural Russian countryside, rural Gramin Porivesh, Russian countryside. Okay, and this is about an upper class family, two upper class people who were quite rich, both the families. And another thing I want to tell to AltE students is that you should learn to quote. এখানে আমি একটাই শুধু কোটেশন দিয়েছি. When you are making the answers, AltE students or students যাদের অনার্স আছে বা AltE আছে, they are expected to at least quote. And what happens when you quote from the text or even from outside, কোনো ক্রিটিক এটার উপর কী বলেছেন, এই স্টোরির উপর কী বলেছেন, বা রাইটার অ্যান্টন শেকবের উপর কী বলেছেন, এটা যদি কোটেশনের ভিতরে যেগুলো তোমাদের মেমোরাইজ করতে হবে, দেন ইট ফ্যাচেস ইউ ভেরি গুড মার্কস. ওকে, ইট ফ্যাচেস ইউ ভেরি গুড মার্কস. আর আনসার লেখার সময় চ্যাপ্টার থেকে ইম্পর্টেন্ট লাইন্স যেগুলো striking lines are there, which are important lines are there, striking lines are there. If you quote them, definitely you have to memorize, then also you get very good marks. Students get very good marks. But it should comply with the context. ঠিক আছে. Symbol, Oxen Meadows. Now I hope you know this story, and if you have not read, you will please try to go through. Oxen Meadows, I think it can be used as a symbol for how the two people, this neighbor, he wants to marry her, he comes to propose, and he suffers from hypochondria. You see, he is a hypochondriac, means he also suffers from nervousness. আমরা আরেকটা স্টোরিতে দেখেছি how that person suffers from in the open window. Open window তো আমরা দেখলাম, you must be knowing about the story of the open window by Saki. এটাতে যেটা অনলাইন ক্লাস আমি নিয়েছি সেটাতেও এই এটা about the nervousness of the particular one of the characters, one of the main characters. এখানেও আমরা দেখি how this person, the neighbor who wanted to marry Natalia, he is also another hypochondriac. Okay, he is also suffering from anxiety, nervousness and all this, and he comes to propose Natalia, but then they start directly marriage proposal দেওয়ার আগে he starts telling about talking about Oxen Meadows. The Oxen Meadows 300 বছর আগে আমরা কিনেছিলাম তোমাদের কাছ থেকে, তোমার forefathers-এর কাছ থেকে. Natalia says, no, you have taken it, you have cheated. ওটা আমাদের জমি ছিল. ছেলে বলে না, এটা আমাদের জমি ছিল. মেয়ে বলে না, এটা আমাদের জমি ছিল, তোমরা চিটিং করে নিয়ে গেছিলে, নকলি কাগজ বানিয়ে ফেলেছিলে. ওকে, দিস ইজ দে কিপ অন অ্যাকিউজিং, okay, on the over the ownership of Oxen Meadows, over the ownership of Oxen Meadows. Oxen Meadows, a huge piece of land in their vicinity. যেটা নাতালিয়া বলে ওর ফ্যামিলির আর ছেলে যে নেইবার প্রতিবেশী বিয়ের আলাপ নিয়ে এসেছিল, হি ওয়াজ টেলিং ইট ইজ দেয়ার্স. ঠিক আছে. সো হোয়াট ইজ ভেরি আইরনিক্যাল, which is one of the, you can say, irony is used in the style. So ironical is that এসেছিল তো বিয়ের আলাপ নিয়ে, but before talking about marriage, before proposing properly, he comes in dress suit, well dressed, ভালো কাপড় পরে এসছে. যেরকম আমরা আমাদের সমাজেও, যে কোনো সমাজে বিয়ের আগে যখন আমরা বিয়ের আলাপ নিয়ে যায় ছেলে বা ছেলের বাড়ির লোকেরা, এভরিওয়ান ইজ সো ওয়েল ড্রেসড. তো ওয়েল ড্রেসড হয়ে আসলো, ড্রেস স্যুট টুট পরে আসলো, বাট দেন he first talks to her father. Her father is, who was aging, and মেয়ের বিয়ের আলাপ নিয়ে এসছে. He was very happy, so he left him to directly talk to his daughter. But ডাইরেক্ট কথা বলতে গিয়ে অক্সেন মেডোজের ঝগড়া শুরু হয়ে গেল. ঠিক আছে. So ultimately the main purpose of marriage proposal, title দেখো তোমরা, look at the title, the ironical title. The main purpose gets lost. ঠিক আছে. রাগ করে ও চলে যায় আফটার ফাইটিং ওভার অক্সেন মেডোজ অ্যান্ড অল, চলে যাওয়ার জন্য ইয়ে হয়ে যায়. দেন ইউ সি দ্য স্টাইল, কমেডি ইজ ডেফিনেটলি দেয়ার. কমেডি, এটার উপরও আমি একটা ক্লাস দিয়েছি, কমেডি, ফার্স অ্যান্ড অল. ইউ ক্যান সে ইট ইজ অলসো ফার্স, because they fight. Second time when they again when she comes to know from her father, or baba যখন জিজ্ঞেস করলো what about the marriage proposal, and then when she came to know that actually he had come for marriage proposal, then she was very stressed. এত যেরকম ছেলেটা ঝগড়া করলো ওরকম ও ঝগড়া করলো. And she was accusing her father that why did you not tell me that he had come for a marriage proposal for marrying me. So second time they want to talk about marriage. Again they fight. Okay, and this time they fight over dogs. ছেলে বলে the dog, ওর যেটা পেট আছে that is better. Natalia বলে or dog better. So imagine. So when you read those, the way they fight, the way they exchange talks before getting, বিয়ে হওয়ার আগেই এই ধরনের ঝগড়া, কোনো সময় জমি নিয়ে ঝগড়া বা on Oxen Meadows, and sometimes over dogs. So it gives us a lot of belly laughter. Okay, it looks like a farce, crude joke. একদম খুব হাসি পাবে any reader. What kind of going to be marriage proposal is this? এটা কি ধরনের? বিফোর দে বিকেম কাপল হওয়ার আগেই ম্যারিড, যেরকম হাজব্যান্ড ওয়াইফের মধ্যে প্রচুর ঝগড়া থাকে, বিয়ে হওয়ার আগেই এদের ঝগড়া শুরু হয়ে যায়. সো ডেফিনেটলি there is humor infused in it. It's farcical, it's a comedy, because ultimately it ends in positive note. Then soliloquy is when the character is talking or addressing the audience. স্টেজে যখন প্লেটা চলছিল, অডিয়েন্সকে, এটা একটা স্টাইল. ওকে, দিস আর দ্য পয়েন্টস আন্ডার স্টাইল. The man to whom Natalia was getting married, he shares with the audience, যেটা অডিয়েন্সের সাথে, to let the audience know that he was suffering from nervousness. He had the disease of nervousness, and this he wants only the audience to listen. I will try to take a class on soliloquy and what is monologue and all this, hopefully, inshallah. So এখন এটা for this for the time being, you just try to know this, that soliloquy is addressed for the audience to know. The characters want certain things that the audience should know. তো আমরা দেখি এই স্টোরিতে, এই ছোট্ট একটা প্লে তে আমরা দেখি যে how the character, he wants the audience to know, he shares with the audience about his nervousness, and this kind of addressing is called soliloquy. ঠিক আছে. আইরনি আমি আগে বলেছি how the title is so ironic. the real purpose of the marriage proposal gets lost. Okay, another irony is that they are neighbors or pratibeshi, but they hardly know each other. ঠিক আছে, they hardly know each other, they hardly know about each other's lives, or if anybody is suffering from disease, যেটা আজকের জীবনেও আমরা দেখি। আমরা দূরে কোনো রিলেটিভকে ভালোভাবে চিনি, জানি, আসা যাওয়া থাকে, কিন্তু নেইবারের সাথে খুব limited relation থাকে, or we don't know much about our neighbor, but we know some friends or some family friends who live far away. We know them better than we should know our neighbors. Okay, this is a problem in every society, in every country, I think. Themes: it is about the marriage among the upper class, which is satirized. Now satire কি জিনিস এটাও আমি শর্টকাটে ব্রিফলি আলোচনা করেছি আগের একটা অনলাইন ক্লাসে, প্লিজ গো থ্রু ইট। The marriage among the upper class is satirized. Why upper class is satirized? Because they are quite rich people who are owners of lands and keeping pet dogs. এখন pet dog কারা রাখতে পারে? ভালো ব্রিড, গুড ব্রিডের যেগুলো pet dogs, those who are rich, quite rich enough. So for them, for this kind of upper class people, how the marriage takes place, the money comes before. But frankly speaking, I think this is not just the problem of upper class people. It is a problem in any class of people, middle class or lower class, or even among those who are from aristocratic families. Economic aspect plays an important role. Okay, it is actually like some culture practice of seeking economic security from each other. মেয়েও চাইবে এরকম ঘরে যেতে যেখানে there is enough economic security. ছেলেরাও দেখবে want to marry from certain families where there is এরকম আজকাল তো যেমন men want to marry women who have jobs, যেগুলো মেয়ে চাকরি করে এদেরকে বিয়ে করতে চায়. Why? Because they want economic security from each other. Okay, আমি কোনো সময় ঠেকলে I will use her money. Definitely wife though, it is the rule of the land that husband replaces the guardianship of father, of paternal families. এটা তো একটা আছেই, কিন্তু আজকাল দেখা যায় বা এটা আগেও ছিল, ছেলেরাও they want economic security from the girls side, which is actually not a right thing. And so the story is a bit anti-romantic because economics plays more important role here. There is absence of feelings for each other. There is a less sense of love and respect for each other. Money precedes the other qualities, more important qualities which are needed in a marriage. ঠিক আছে, it's a huge problem in the society, in any society, in any community, I think, even in our society, in India, in Russia, you can see there is absence of feelings, there is absence of respect for each other, acceptance is very less, economic acceptance is higher. Okay, so this is satirized by the author Anton Chekhov. Actually he satirizes marriage যে কারণে হওয়ার উচিত ছিল, a bonding between two families, a bonding which is very necessary for the growth of the society. But we find that how economy precedes all the other social and personal importances of marriage. ঠিক আছে, I hope I have given a brief insight to this story by Anton Chekhov. Please go through the text and you can start preparing the notes also. I will try to update and post. This month I am a bit busy, তো এই মাসে আমি এত বেশি কোয়েশ্চেন আনসার্স পোস্ট করতে পারবো না, ক্লাসও আমি একটু কম নেব because I have one personal academic obligation. I hope you will understand, but definitely I will continue with the online classes inshallah. I find that there are many students who request me not to stop. যখন আমি চাই যে মনে হয় এখন বন্ধ করে দেওয়া উচিত, but they say no, I should continue, they keep on requesting. So I understand there are many students who are really benefiting from it. With this positive note, I end this class. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.